Welcome back. It's a cool and chilly spring afternoon, so I thought it would be a good time to give you an update on some new things that are blooming in the garden since last we visited. We've got some triteleas, some native California bulbs that are just beginning. We've got blue, white, and pink. Those will be coming on once it warms up a little bit more, but those are always something to look forward to. Little purple agapanthus, some Cape fuchsias back here. This is a lovely one that the hummingbirds like. You know, it's really starting to be a good time for roses. They're beginning in earnest. Behind me, the climber, golden opportunity over there. We have a double delight nectarine. It's still one of the last stone fruits to bloom. And of course, all the grapevines are beginning to bloom. Now, the flowers on the grapes are kind of inconspicuous, but hopefully we'll have wonderful harvest of fruit themselves later in the summer. Over in the meadow, we've surprisingly still got some narcissus, different kinds of narcissus blooming, and we're starting to see the white lilies. Lilium candidum, that's the Annunciation lily from the beautiful Renaissance paintings. Fantastic scent, little bit difficult to grow and keep around. Not many suppliers in the United States, but it actually has been cultivated for a very long time, starting in the Middle East, where it grows wild. What else have we got going on there? Just a smattering of different colored purple and yellow lupins are coming on. A lot of the ranunculus and anemones are kind of going over. The ixias are taking over in the pink tones, and we're getting ready for more of the California wildflowers as we move into the summer meadow. It's really bearded iris time now. We've moved past most of the aryl irises, although there's still a few nice aryl irises, and we're getting a lot of great bearded irises. Of course, the antirrhinums, the snapdragons are still going nicely around here and there. Louisiana irises in the water and in the wet spots are going as well. Those are really lovely. By far the biggest multiplier I have is a white one called Aqua Velva. So I've divided that a lot, spread it around to different areas of the garden. Here is another nice Louisiana hybrid. It's not quite red, but we're getting orange. We're getting brick, which I love. Not as floriferous or as kind of aggressive as Aqua Velva, but still pretty nice. Here we have like a little bit of a fresher flower. It's a little darker. Still got rain on, obviously. These guys are very heat tolerant, but they are water irises. They like to grow in the water. We still have some nice Watsonias, these beautiful orangey pink ones in the back, mixing nicely with some different sages. We've got rose in there, a whole smattering of different things. This right here, this is the first Clarkia to really bloom. Lovely California wildflower. We have many species in the garden. I believe this one is Clarkia elegans. I'll have to double check that, but yeah, that's the first one going off there. If we come over to our little fruit tree alley, it's really darkening up in here as the canopies grow in. But let's go in for a bit of a look. We have some nice irises here. This is a great space ager, which means that it's got kind of a frilly, interesting projection on the flowers, and a lovely kind of coffee toned one. Uh-oh. You got some cephalopods? Is that what those are? Slugs. They're forgetting what their class is exactly, but not really mollusks, are they? Some beautiful roses, Perfume Delight, blooming here. I made a little short video about this recently. Love, love, love this one. Wonderful scent. Ooh, what do we got here? I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but we've got a bit of a rainbow. Yeah? You see the rainbow? You taste the rainbow? There we go. Continue to have some nice hippeastrums, the amaryllis blooming, as well as some different, some nicely colored agapanthus. This is a strawberry mint. Because it does sort of smell like strawberries. I'm gonna make some nice tea or something like that. I got bed straw everywhere, so I'm always like kind of trying to pick it out as I go. The lilies are getting tall. None blooming yet, but we've got plenty of buds. So that's nice, something to look forward to. Let's come over here in the dense undergrowth. Ah, yes. Gold medal roses over here, various other roses, almonds. The kiwi vines are leafing out. Hoping we get a little more fruit from the kiwis this year. Stay tuned for that. First, we have to have the flowers. They are dioecious. So originally I had a male vine and a female vine planted here, and I believe I still do, actually, which is kind of required for fruit set. You got to have the male and the female there, or you just get tiny little nubbly fruits, and who wants that? We're in it for the juicy fruits around here, and don't let them tell you otherwise. So let's go to the front now, maybe, and take a look at what's going on there, because there's really a lot to show. So I'll start with the parking strip here, which is, because this is the north side of the house, we are still fully going with anemones and ranunculus. We've also beginning to see some of the roses, the like Holthemia hybrid roses with those nice eye spots in the middle, as well as this is Huntington's Centennial. It's a really great scent on it. Also, it sold as life of the party, I guess. Now you can see the Weeping Peach Tree Crimson Cascade starting to get these beautiful purple leaves on it. The flowers have finished for the year. Love them. Hopefully this matures into a nice tree. This is a loquat, which may be an unfamiliar fruit if you're from a colder area in the United States, but it's quite delicious. It won't bloom in fruit for us this year, but maybe in the next couple years. However, we are starting to see some fruits on our little apple. Pretty soon I'll go through and take off all these little marble size. These were not fully fertilized, so they kind of just pop right off in your hand. And we'll take them off so the tree doesn't waste any more time or energy on those, and then eventually I'll take, at least 2/3 of these bigger ones off. So we just get a few really nice, high quality apples there later in the season. So this side is where the action is. We're really coming in to the season of the bearded irises. Here you can get a sense of just the mix of beautiful colors visible from the corner. Again, we have that bright pink perfume delight back there. We have some thornbird, space age irises, some nice pop of color from the rudbeckia, the blue irises, which I love. All around this evening, primrose, couldn't get rid of it if we tried, as well as some lilies, starting up in there, and some Watsonia. I'm hoping this spreads, if I get seed, I'll start more seed, because I want these little shocks of orange to be coming up in there too. Mexican sage, always a favorite of the hummingbirds. As we come around the lavender, now we're looking behind me into just a wash of different bearded irises. Mixed in with the acheums for some blue, but we've got all kinds of toucan tango, Tuscan summer, juggernaut, and then over here, just the mixes of the peach, yellow, and white irises. I really love how it looks looking up into here, and then in the background you can see the purples that are almost black. Those are planted right by where the immortality, the white iris is, but its immortality has finished for the season. Still living, but no longer blooming. Come to the corner, you can see more up the hill, just more different bearded irises. It's nice, full sun, That's a pin cushion there too. This is this nice South African plant behind me. And even some new roses up here. Saint-Tropez is this kind of melon-colored rose behind me. There will be some nice agastaches, or agastache, however you decide to pronounce it, later in the season there. The Centranthus, Jupiter's beard. This is this nice pink clouds fluffing in there. And over here with the irises, maybe you can see the pink highlights of a nice penstemon. So let's go back in there and see a little bit more of what we can see. I'm gonna give you the POV as we walk in. You look down on the ground, you can see a little mix of erodium, that's the pink, purple mazis, monkey flower, and this bellflower, all mixed in and growing amongst the flagstones. I kind of like that effect. Perfume delight, you know I love it. Here we've got kind of a nice mix of different contrasting colored irises. I just love these all together. The only one I remember offhand is this jawbone flats, is what this is with the interesting veining. Sterling silver rose at the back there. Always love that. Not the strongest bush, but it's worth keeping around for the flowers. They're just so wonderful. These are little pink species Gladiolus carneus that actually looks really nice with this jawbone flat, the purple and the pink. I love how that looks. And then if you can see these coming up, these are kind of the Mondo pineapple lilies. They get, a meter and a half tall, giant purple leaves, beautiful spike of flowers. And this, blooming for the first time actually, it's a prunus, same genus as plums, cherries. It's Prunus virens, native, North American native. We'll see if we get any fruit on it. Will be interesting, I think. Oh, the other thing that I'd love to show you is this beautiful custom door we had installed with the grapevine leaves, tendrils, and the fruit. It's a beautiful, large steel double door. I think it really adds a lot to the entrance of the house. Zhuzhes it up. Also, you can see we put a wisteria on each side. They're leafing out differently. I think they're different cultivars, and this one's blooming a little bit. The other one, no flowers this year. It might be the north side of the house. I'm not sure. It's possibly not enough sun. So we'll give those at least a couple more years, and then reevaluate our placement if we're not seeing much bloom. Oh, this is a great iris. Gypsy Lord down here. Very intense color contrast. Here, these are my black irises. I love these. It's like, wow, the midnight color. They do have a nice scent as well. Here you can see, you can get a little bit of a flower there. And another one of these Crimson Cascade weeping peach trees. I like to mix in different colors of foliage. You can see there's the forest pansy redbud back there. It just gives a little bit more depth when you're looking into it. It keeps everything from being flat, and when the flowers are gone, from being just like, it's just too green everywhere. You can see some reddish orange irises down there that weren't visible from the other side. And something brand new just opened today. These white flowered camas back here. I'll give you a close-up so you can see them. We also have a variety of different pink and sort of champagne colored irises back here, which is really nice. You really have to get back in here to see them, but beautiful nonetheless. Rio Samba rose, of course, is always wonderful going off. And the Parthenocissus, I put that on the wall there just to kind of like soften it up, give a dark green. I love the shape of the leaves. We've got roses and other things coming up in the back. And then, of course, Japanese iris and the Sudata irises yet to come, yet to produce their floral show later in the season. People are always saying, oh, I don't think you can grow Siberian irises here. They won't grow, they won't bloom, whatever, blah, blah, blah. This is a Siberian iris, and you're gonna have to give me a little bit of a break. Yes, it is very slug eaten. I don't use any kind of poisons to control them. When it rains a lot, they have a population boom. It does happen right during the iris bloom. So yes, it's ragged, but it is blooming, which is a triumph for me. I love these. There are more. I am planting more. They take a long time to get established here. So you'll see more of these next year probably. We've got, this is exciting, lilies I grew from seed. This will be the first year blooming on these. I assume they're yellow, but we'll wait and see. In any case, lots to look forward to, many more penstemons, tons of roses coming into season. We have a different species of Watsonia here that hasn't bloomed yet. This is a real, like a fire engine red one. And much more to share with you in the coming weeks. Yeah, we're getting just like a little bit of afternoon, evening sun even peeking through the clouds. So thanks for joining me for another garden tour in this lovely Zone 9 garden in Santa Clarita. And stay tuned for more updates. Thanks, guys.